Your name Tony is also, there's a story behind that as well. Right? Tell us about that.
Yeah. So my name was Aziz.
One celebrity that you've been closely associated, and we know that you worked with him, Shah Rukh Khan, and
I have a lot of respect for Shah. He's an amazing guy. And so is his wife, Gauri. Very creative people. I actually have videos of us interacting on the design of that here. I'm doing a university in Pakistan.
Oh, okay.
For Imran Khan,
He's your friend.
He's my friend, and
And how do you feel now that he's?
I'm sad for him. He's in jail. Imran Khan is a fearless man. He has zero fear, no fear in him. 20 years ago, he said to me something. He said, Tony, one day I'm going to be the Prime Minister of Pakistan.
Where do you see the future of Dubai real estate going? Tony Ashai, welcome to the Real Estate Talk by Synergy Properties.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to have you, and there are so many questions on my mind, but let's just begin with the beginning. How did this journey begin?
My life journey?
Your journey into becoming this hotshot architectural expert wizard that you are.
Right from childhood, I was an artist, and I knew I had to do something with art. Even when I was growing up in Srinagar, Kashmir, I used to go to this art college. I knocked on their door. I was probably in 6th, 7th grade, and they said, well, you can't come to art college. You're too young. So I said, no, I really want to become an artist. So they would let me sit in the class, and I learned a lot of sketching. I wasn't enrolled there, but I would, after school, go spend an hour or two there. It was in the neighborhood. And that's where I got really interested in art. And from there, I went to Chandigarh College of Architecture in Chandigarh. I studied architecture there. And then from there, I traveled. I wanted to study architecture around the world. I traveled Europe, Italy, France, England. I even went to some Asian countries, Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, because that was coming up those days, Singapore and other places. And then I ended up in New York, and one thing led to another. I ended up doing my master's in State University of New York. And then that's where the whole thing started. I mean, that's how it started.
When you traveled the world, what were the architectural pieces that would inspire you the most? Was it the Gothic designs, the old ones, or the new age buildings that would inspire you more?
I was always inspired, not necessarily by the shape of the building. I think it's more of a feeling. As an artist, we don't really look at the center of the object. We look at the profile of the object. I mean, that's how artists look. And for us, it's the emotions that it generates. So I was always curious about why certain buildings evoke certain emotions. The other buildings don't evoke that emotions. I remember discussing this with my professors in my master's program. And they then guided me, and I studied human behavior in space, human psychology, and the impact of space planning and the massing around you. Just like in movies, how you cry.
Yeah.
A movie can make you emotional. A building can, or a cluster of buildings, or a space can make your mood go up, or it can depress you. Bad lighting, things like that. So these are my things and this has been my life journey to come up with designs that evoke emotions, positive emotions and happy emotions.
If I were to ask you top 5 buildings that you look up to in Dubai, which would they be?
Dubai, like I said, I'm more of an urban designer or an urban planner. I look at cluster of buildings. I look at areas. Like I like downtown. I like the boulevard. I I like how it's designed. I like the combination of restaurants opening on the streets and things like that. But if you just ask me purely for buildings, I mean, I like some of Zaha Hadid's work here, like the Opus.
Yeah.
I like that building. It definitely evokes certain emotions. I like Burj Khalifa. I like a lot of old buildings as well, like the replicas of the old buildings, like the old town in downtown, or Jumeirah. They built that Alcazar Hotel. I like that because it does evoke. Although a lot of architects would say, "Oh, that's fake architecture," but for me, everything is fake. Everything is copied from somewhere or inspired from some image or picture or something. There's nothing original. Everybody is getting inspired. What we do is we see certain things, we like it, we give it our own twist, we improve on it. So that's how I look at
It's all
architecture.
derived, yeah.
Exactly, it evolves.
Your name, Tony, is also, there's a story behind that as well, right? So tell us about that.
Yeah. So my name was Aziz, and when I went to America, I was barely 19 years old, and I was in college there. And people asked me, "What's your name?" I used to say Aziz, and they couldn't pronounce. They didn't. They say you look like Tony Montana. So I didn't even know back then who Tony Montana was. So I got a nickname as Tony Montana in college. And people started calling me Tony. Tony. It became Tony. And then, of course, I saw the movie Scarface.
Yeah.
And it was Al Pacino. So apparently I resembled Al Pacino. That's how I got the name Tony.
That's the story, yeah. So, you have some signature projects here, like you have your Dubai Lifestyle City, the Ashai Towers. What impact do you think they've had on the regional's architectural landscape?
See, Dubai, I think, is like, for an architect to be in Dubai is like a kid in a candy store. I mean, everybody, is creating projects. But good thing about Dubai is they're master planned. Every community is properly master planned. So there is no random development like you see in India, Pakistan, or other countries. They don't have master plans. So almost any project that I design in Dubai is a piece of that puzzle of the master plan. Mm-hmm. So master plan is the one that has the impact on Dubai's lifestyle and everything, not the building. The building is a component of that master plan. So I see my buildings that I'm designing here, like I'm doing for Mayfair Nexus in Dubai Lifestyle City. That would be part of that urban, suburban neighborhood, but I tried to create a little urban environment in that. I tried to give it a little twist, so it's not a straight,
right,
grid-like buildings and parking, and you get into building. I like to make it a little special.
All right. So when you created your first project here, what was the learning that you got? What was that one thing that you learned and said, okay, this is something that I really need to go along with?
When I came to do design in Dubai in 2006, and I was brought here by ETA, was a company, and they called me in US, and they were doing this project called Dubai Lifestyle City. Mm-hmm. And they said, we'd like you to design all the villas. And they had hired another firm out of LA to do master planning for Dubai Lifestyle City. So we gave them some proposals, and when they saw my villas, which were large villas, they loved it so much, and they asked me what did I think of the master plan? I said, your master plan is terrible. Villa's going to look okay because they're on the golf course, but your master plan is terrible. It has no head or tail. They're like, can you fix it? I said, no, I can redo your master plan. So I came here, I redid the master plan. They ended up letting go of the other consultant, and they hired us to do the master plan. So I ended up doing master planning of this entire Dubai Lifestyle City. That was my first project, and It was very successful at the time. They launched it. They sold big villas. It had Marriott all over. It was JW Marriott Hotel, Marriott Executive Apartments. It had a shopping mall, clubhouse. It's a pretty big project. So really enjoyed. That was my first entry point.
Okay. I think what you learned was being different pays. Like being a disruptor pays.
Yeah, disrupting. I mean, you've seen it all over the world. Yeah, there's so many things that needs disruption,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of people doing that. And I think with the new generation coming up, who are tech savvy and everything else, and with the AI, you will see major disruption all over in every field.
So let's talk about Mayfair Nexus now. What's the overarching design philosophy of that project?
Mayfair Nexus is a very special project for me because, first of all, it's huge. It's got a lot of apartments. What I really wanted to do was, because it has two components, it has the retail and the residential. I wanted to intertwine them in such a way that if you're in your apartment and you want to go grab a cup of coffee, and 6 months in a year when there's extreme weather here, you don't have to step out of the building. But you can go to Starbucks and you can get your coffee. And then when you're getting coffee, it's not like a mall where you have shops on two sides. I wanted you still be able to enjoy the view of the landscape, the water fountains, and so you feel more outdoorish. And then there was the separation of public and private. Since the shopping center is more public, how do you separate people who are living here and going to the pool? So that was a big challenge, and I think we accomplished that really well. So the biggest, I would say the unique thing about Mayfair Nexus is it's a low-rise apartment building that encompasses the entire lifestyle. And you could literally live, work here, and never leave the air-conditioned space if you wanted. But you would not feel like you're indoor all the time. You would still be outdoor and indoor, and it's just going to be a beautiful experience. So that's the unique thing about it.
Okay, so I guess that pretty much answers the question where how it sort of blends the contemporary design with the serene environment of Wadi Al Safa.
Yes, it does. It's basically, I don't know if you've seen suburban developments. If you go to any suburban development, they're mostly tracts of homes, townhouses, or apartment buildings in a line, parking underneath, and then one place there's a clubhouse, and then the one plot, they call it commercial neighborhood retail, is separate. So you have to get in your car or go up there. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to integrate all this together so you get a feeling of an urban environment in a suburban city. Right. So I think we achieved it. It's beautiful. Have you seen the model?
Yeah, I've seen the model. Yeah. I've been there, and when I went there, the first thing that I thought to myself is that I've been to so many places and I've made videos across all the projects that we have. But this one, I really wanted to live there. I wanted to live there now.
Yeah.
Not when it's made. I wanted to I couldn't wait to see it come to life. Because from what I saw, I knew that there's going to be a lot of life here.
Yeah.
And it's in the part of the city where there's no life around.
Right.
But the fact that I could imagine life means that it looks very lively to me.
That's exactly what I was trying to make the point, that in suburban cities, usually it's dead. These are bedroom communities. And what we wanted to create was, in a suburban city, there is the urban vibe and energy. And that's what we have created in Mayfair Nexus.
All right. So if you could tell us a bit about the kind of materials that you've used to make it different and also blend that contemporary aesthetics along with the serene environments of Wadi Al Safa.
So first of all, what we have done is, we could have done this in one big building.
Yeah.
But we broke it to 9 buildings. And why did we break it into 9 buildings is because we don't want you to come in and like walk in a long corridor to go to your apartment, and it's just too boring. And then when we broke it into 9 buildings, we wanted to make sure that it's not like JBR. When you go to JBR, you go to somebody's apartment, you can never find entry to that building because it's one large podium and you don't know where to enter. So most of the time you have to call the guy to come downstairs and guide me to the lift.
Well, that happens with most of the places here.
It happens with most of the big places. So what we have done is, which is unique about this project, if you come to visit me, if I'm living there, I'll tell you building F. You will go straight to building F. And you'll park your car, you go into the lift, go up, because there's only 40 apartments and 50 apartments in building F. So it's just a small building and directly connected to the drop-off, has its own little lobby, and is connected to the shopping mall. So I think this will be a huge success. We did something similar to this in Abu Dhabi on Reem Hills, but I think this is when you do a large development like 400 or 500 apartments, orientation of finding the apartment and everything is a big thing. Now, when it comes to materials, we're going with top of the line, contemporary, modern porcelain tiles. We're doing top of the line kitchen cabinets, appliances. They're not cutting costs, even though I think they're selling it cheap. Because I told them, I said, that price seems like very low for something like this. But they want to create a brand for themselves, and they want to give people more than they're expecting. And I like that about these developments. When I see a developer who wants to give more than what he has committed, I know that project's going to be a huge success.
Would you call Mayfair Nexus affordable luxury?
I think with the price, I would call it affordable luxury, but they could have easily upped the price by 20% and it would still be okay. So I think they're deliberately keeping the price down because the product that we have designed and the quality they're giving is a lot higher than you would get for the same price anywhere else in Dubai.
If someone's watching this, maybe this is a cue for you to go and grab a piece of that action.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the amenities there. Like there's a Zen garden there. There's a cinema lounge as well. So what are the kind of different amenities that you're providing over there, and how different are they from a regular project?
So what we have done is we have created a clubhouse, and this clubhouse, there are 2 levels on this entire project. It's a ground level, which is retail. Then there is a first floor level, which is the top of the podium. That's where all the buildings are, the apartment buildings, 9 buildings. And then there's trellised area to walk around, a lot of greenery. And there's this beautiful clubhouse on the top level. And this clubhouse will have, first of all, an amazing lounge, residence lounge. So you want to meet a guest or somebody is visiting, you can meet in the clubhouse. There is a juice bar, there's F&B, there's food and beverage there. They also, and this lounge overlooks the swimming pool. There's a couple of swimming pools in the development. Then on the upper floor, we've given like event hall, where if you want to throw a birthday for your kids, you can have like 40, 50 people, 100 people party over there. It's all connected to the back of house, which is the kitchen at the ground level. So it's all designed like that. And then there's, of course, amenities like a movie theater. There's an amazing gym. There's a playroom for like table tennis or ping pong. And then the beauty is this clubhouse has a bridge that goes over the driveway and goes down and connects to this long stretch of land, which is part of this plot. Now, this stretch of land is about 15 meters wide, and it goes a long way. So we took this piece of land and we developed this as a Zen space, peaceful space where you go for jogs or you go for walks. There'll be ponds there, Zen garden there. And at the end of this, we put tennis courts and paddle courts. So I think this whole thing, like I said, if the weather is nice, you're outdoors. If weather is not nice, you're indoors. you would never get bored in this development.
I think that's the key.
Yeah.
Despite being indoors, you would never get bored.
Yeah, and then there is, of course, F&B, a lot of restaurants at the ground level. You want to eat Turkish food, you want to eat Indian food. There's beautiful restaurants, beautiful ambience, shisha bars, and they'll all be at the ground level. And above you're living on top. So you really don't, like, if you go in an apartment building, this, I tell people that there's a difference between this project and buying an apartment in an apartment tower. If you buy an apartment tower, what do? You get into a lobby, press the lift, go to your apartment. Now you want to get milk. What do? Get back, drive your car, go to the grocery store, pick your milk, drive back. Here you don't have to do that. You just press the button, go straight into the retail area at the ground level, walk in an air-conditioned atrium, and then go pick the milk, walk back up, stop by at a coffee shop, pick a newspaper, go up. And so you're always...
It's all within your reach.
It's all within your reach. I think the closest example I can give is executive towers. People who've seen executive towers in Business Bay, there has a retail at the bottom. But it also has the same problem as JBR. Try to go to somebody's house, an apartment in executive tower. You will know where to enter. You don't know where the lobby is. So that we have resolved in this. Everybody, you will be able to go. If you have a guest coming, they'll come straight to your unit.
All right, that's quite thoughtful, I suppose. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about the technology that you've used at Mayfair Nexus.
Yeah.
Is there anything that is out of the ordinary here?
What we have done is we have we're going to have it like what we call that technology ready. So if you do want like a plug-in Alexa or control system for your apartment, so it's ready for that. You just have to call people and they'll connect it with Lutrons and other companies or Control4. So we have it ready for that. We have it wired for that. So you could do a lot of e-home technology in your apartment.
The starting price of these apartments is somewhere around 1.3 million.
Too low.
As we speak.
Yeah.
You feel is too low, and the handover is somewhere in 28, which is close by now again. So how do you think it's positioned in the Dubai real estate market? Do you think it's a steal deal?
I think there's nothing like that in Dubai market right now because of two things. One, the design, and second, the location. So it's located in a beautiful suburban environment, and the design compensates for the life that's missing in suburban environment.
Right.
So I think, and combine that with low price, there's nothing like that.
What impact do you think it will have in that area, which is the broader Dubai land and surrounding areas where there isn't much construction at this point?
First of all, if you look around Arabian Ranch, Serena, the Villa, all these other projects, they don't have much retail.
Yeah.
So all those people, the 100,000 square foot retail that we have at the ground level, which is double height ceiling, easy access, easy parking, you're going to have a lot of people, a lot of action there. So all the people from, if you live in Serena and you want your kids to have ice cream, you're going to come here. You're not going to go to anywhere else. So I think this will be the happening place. And if I have to take a guess, the price they're selling, this will go up drastically once they see the buildings come up and everything. There's a lot of money to be made for people who flip these properties.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, after this interview, I have no doubt about that.
Yeah.
I'll come to the Dubai real estate market a little later, but before that, I just want to know, since you've worked with a lot with the celebrities, you know the lifestyle, and today the world is moving towards luxury, and everyone wants better things in life. And after COVID, we've come to that stage where we want to live up our life, because we don't know what's going to happen next. Right. So tell us a bit about your connection with celebrities and how that shaped your ideas and your designs.
Well, when I started my design business in LA, LA is full of celebrities. It's the Hollywood capital, of the world. So invariably you end up working with celebrities, or particularly when I was designing homes. I started as someone who knows how to design a luxury home, and so I had a lot of clients who were celebrities, and I interacted with them. And I say this to all the people, that celebrities are just like everybody else. They have the same insecurities. They have same anger management issues. They're no different. But when you see them on the screen or you see them in public space, they pretend or they act, but that's not who they are. In real life, when you're sitting with them and discussing other things, they're exactly everybody else, no difference. But they have to keep up this persona, this whole image out there.
Yeah.
So I learned from celebrities that the most important thing for celebrities is privacy. It's not the design of the building. It's not the finishes. It's not the technology. It's privacy. And so when I would design something, I knew that was number one. Privacy was number one. People would tell me, when I'm in my backyard, I want to be walking around naked, and I don't want anybody to see me. So that was,
level of privacy.
That's the level of privacy. So privacy is number, because see, you can't change privacy. Everything else can be changed. Usually they have a lot of money. They don't like a toilet or a sink or a kitchen. They'll get it redone. But privacy, they can't.
It's non-negotiable.
Yeah, it's non-negotiable.
You want to name a few that you worked with in Hollywood and Bollywood?
I don't like to name people, because for multiple reasons. For one, they make you sign an agreement.
An NDA.
Yeah. If I use somebody's name, their manager will call me and say, you owe us X amount of dollars because as per this thing. But if you Google me, you'll probably you'll find some people. But I've worked with, I don't work with celebrities anymore, because what I do now is I create beautiful projects, large projects. I don't design homes. I stopped doing that long time ago.
Right.
So I do these large development projects. So I enjoy working with developers like Mayfair Nexus and JW Marriott, and so I like the interaction with them. I like the respect I get, and I like.
And it's bigger, right? I mean, you have more playground. You're like a bigger playground.
You get to play God, when you're this. No, I want them to go this way. I want them to go that way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you get this. Your head gets bigger when you're working on bigger projects.
I can understand. As a creative person, I can totally understand it. It's like, it's really like from doing one small short film to a big feature film.
Exactly.
All right, but one celebrity that you've been closely associated, and we know that you worked with him, is Shah Rukh Khan, and there's this whole project that you came up with called Shah Rukh Khan Boulevard. I think it was in Sharjah. What became of it?
Shah Rukh Khan Boulevard was a project in Ras Al Khaimah on an island called Dana Island. So that project was launched before they actually built the island. And then I worked with Shah Rukh on that, and I have a lot of respect for Shah Rukh. He's an amazing guy. And so is his wife, Gauri. Very creative people. And so I got to know him well. When I was working with him on that project, we spent some time together because he was part of the design team. So he would actually give Input. No, the whole thing. I want it like this. I want it like that. I want it like that. So I actually have videos of us interacting on the design of that.
Do you have all the time?
I have. He doesn't have time, but we would find time. Like I would meet him in between the shoots at studio or at his house in the evening or things like that. Right. But we would discuss this project. Unfortunately, what happened in 2008, as everybody knows, there was a meltdown in real estate and economy all over the world. Mm-hmm. So Lehman Brothers collapsed. So this whole project got canceled because of
the downturn.
Because of the crisis that came up. And it's so funny. I was with Shah Rukh in a hotel room when we saw Lehman Brothers collapsing and everything here in Dubai. And this was it was crazy. Nobody could predict it. Even our new president Donald Trump, even he filed bankruptcy. He became bankrupt.
Yeah.
So a lot of people lost money, including me, and that project was you could say, got negatively impacted and was canceled finally.
All right, all right.
Yeah.
But are you now kind of working with any of them? You don't have to name them, but any big projects that you are
No.
excited about?
With Shah Rukh? No.
With any of the Bollywood celebrities?
No.
You're purely now working like on the bigger projects.
Yeah. And also, honestly, I mean, I'm very selective what I work on. I live in Los Angeles. I don't live in Dubai. I come here for a week, 10 days, and then I go back. And I'm doing a lot of projects in LA, Palm Springs area, and things like that. So I'm busy over there. So I just become very selective. I'll give you a guy I just met last week, a big developer in Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
He met me, we had coffee together. He goes, if I give you 6 new projects, can you do it? I said, no, I can't do it. I won't do it because I'm right now booked for next 2 to 3 years. So I'm not taking any new projects.
Right.
Only working with some selected few people.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times,
So how do you choose your projects then?
there has to be some criteria. First of all, either the concept or what the guy wants to create has to excite me. Number 2, site maybe is unique.
Mm-hmm.
I get excited about that. And number 3, they have to respect my thinking or my design. What I don't want to do is have a very strong-headed developer who says, well, I pay you money, so you'll do what I tell you to. I don't do that.
That's a nightmare for a creative person.
Yeah, so I don't do that. So I'd rather say, here's your money, thank you very much. We will collaborate. I'm not saying it's going to be only my way, but we'll do it together. So that's how I work. So I'm really not taking any new projects. I'm not looking for new work. I don't need the money. I'm good. And if something excites me, I'll do it. Otherwise, I'm not doing it.
Okay. You have never thought of becoming a developer yourself?
I do development too. Yeah, I do development, but very unique developments mostly in Los Angeles.
Okay.
But I don't. The objective behind developing something is not necessarily to make money; it's to create something unique
and have that control.
and have total creative control over the project.
Sure.
So I'm done with the money making. I'm 61 years old. I don't need to make money. I'm okay. I can sit home. I can relax. I have 2 kids. I'm a grandfather. So
Wow.
yeah, I have.
You don't look any of it.
I have 3 grandchildren.
My God.
Yeah, my daughter has 3 kids, and she's happily married. My son's an architect. He's happy. He's happily single. So we're happy, a family. God's been great. So I don't need to go in this rat race of making money. I'd rather create something unique, beautiful, than make $1 million.
But don't you want to create something back in India from where you come from? Originally from maybe in Mumbai, where so many Bollywood celebrity friends you have.
No, I'm not. I'm agnostic to territory or country or location. It doesn't matter where the project is. If it's beautiful, it's exciting, it's a good journey for a couple of years, and I'll go there. I don't care. I'm doing a university in Pakistan.
Oh, okay.
For Imran Khan, he's.
He's your friend.
He's my friend, and.
Tell us a bit about him. Like you've known him for so long.
Yeah.
And how do you feel now that he's?
I'm
he's been in jail
sad for him.
long?
He's in jail. There's like I learned in my life, because I dealt with a lot of successful people, and not success. By successful, I don't mean money. Success in their field.
Yeah.
I met a lot of sports successful people. I met entrepreneurs who are very successful. I met movie stars, and I met sportsmen. All these people, I learned so much from them. And Imran Khan is a fearless man. He has zero fear, no fear in him. And he's the kind of guy, if you tell him, hey, Imran, don't go outside, there's a guy looking for you with a gun. You know what he'll do? He'll go outside. He say, what does he look like? I'm going to find him. That's the kind of guy he is. He doesn't run the other way. He goes and faces the fear. And I learned from him that you should not be afraid of consequences. Whatever your heart tells you, you believe is truth, you just speak the truth, and that's the thing. So he's a great man.
When was the last time you spoke to him, and what's like one memory of him? If you can share any experience, anything that you cherish, like, you know, whenever you think about him.
One memory was like we were he came and visited Los Angeles.
Yeah.
He was at my house, 2005, and
Wow.
he had
20 years ago.
20 years ago, and he said to me something. He said, Tony, write this down. I said, what? He goes, one day I'm going to be the Prime Minister of Pakistan.
Wow.
And I remember he was sitting in my garden on a chair with the Pacific Ocean in the background. He says, one day I'm going to be the Prime Minister of Pakistan. At that time, he had just barely entered the politics.
Yeah.
He was nobody. He was an outsider, right? So fast forwarded, he did become. So that's the thing about people, like successful people. And he taught me manifestation. I learned a lot about manifestation. I learned a lot about Sufism from him. He gave me books about Sufi. Sufi is a sect of Islam that basically is very non-violent, and it's more poets and
it's rich with
singing.
culture.
It's rich with culture. So he's a Sufi Muslim, Imran, and he gave me these books. He goes, Tony, read it. But
when he did become the PM, did you call him and tell him that, you know, I still remember this?
No, he actually called me. He said, I want you to design this university for me, Namal. And I said, I wouldn't do any project with government of Pakistan. He said, no, this is not government of Pakistan. This is a private Imran Khan Foundation, funded privately by Pakistanis. Even Indians had given money for that. Like a lot of people all over the world.
Those who aligned with him.
Those who aligned with him wrote checks. So I did. I designed his and master planned his university called Namal. It was under construction, but I think now because of his situation, it's on hold right now. But it will be one of the best campuses in entire Southeast Asia.
But by when do you think it will see the light of the day?
It's already operational. There's about 800 students there. So he started this about 20, 30 years ago. But what he does is now he wants to make a campus. Right now it's just one building. You know what I'm saying? Like a college, 800. He wants to make a campus for 10,000 students. And when he told me, I said, I will do it on one condition. He goes, what? I said, I won't get paid for it. I'll do it for free.
Wow.
So I didn't take a single dollar, single penny from me. I helped him put this whole project together. Amazing. And there was a lot of, bad press, these trolls. They're like, Tony is in Pakistan to get big contracts. That's the only project I did in Pakistan. And that also I did for free. Because he was doing it for free, and he was doing it for poor children. This whole university is free for kids who cannot afford to go to college.
Okay. And no one wrote about that.
No, exactly,
Okay, but when was the last time you spoke to him?
I spoke to him about right before he went to jail. When he got hurt in his leg, I went and visited him in Lahore. And he had, the plaster and everything on his leg. And I spoke with him probably about 2 years, a little more than 2 years ago. And he said, come after 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. when everybody's gone. Then we were just sitting and chatting and talking and laughing. And he was doing his exercise. So that was the last time I spoke. Right after that, he got arrested. And actually, ever since then, I haven't visited.
You haven't spoken to him?
Never spoken and never visited Pakistan.
Okay. Do you see him coming out soon?
I hope so. Yeah, I think he's the
I mean, I hope so.
he's a hope for not just Pakistan, for entire Southeast Asia. I think
Truly.
he's the work he does, philanthropic work like hospitals and universities and everything.
Amazing.
It's amazing.
Absolutely. I wish that for him.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. Just before I let you go, I ask this to everyone who comes on this show. Where do you see the future of Dubai real estate going?
Good question. You know, Dubai is no different than any other major cosmopolitan city. Like if you look at New York, you look at London, you look at Paris, you look at Dubai, or you look at Singapore, it's same, growing and coming up exactly like that. And I don't see Dubai will be any less than London in next, let's say, 10, 20 years. It won't be any less than New York. It won't be any less than Los Angeles. So real estate wise, this is what I tell people. If you look at downtown Dubai, right now you can get for 3,000 dirhams per square foot, a brand new apartment. That is like $800 a square foot, right? Around $800. You can't get $800 square foot in London, in Mayfair district, or you go to Beverly Hills, LA, or you go to Columbus Circle, New York. You can't get that. The prices there are 3 times. So or 4 times, if you invest in those areas like downtown or certain quality projects, it has at least 2 to 3 folds it can go up in due course of time.
Right.
Once the city fully develops. So I see a great future in Dubai. And also Dubai is like an island in this whole area. I'm from Kashmir and India, and then you go to Pakistan, you go to Iran, you go to Afghanistan, you go to Lebanon, Beirut. You see all these places. They're great places, great cultures, great food, great people. Unfortunately, a lot of these countries, the government has failed the people.
True.
People haven't failed, the governments have failed. And now, Dubai is one of those places where government has worked and created this, like it's a crown jewel for this area. So I see a
think
lot of
it's
people moving here.
one of the last standing cities that has so much potential. It's so safe, and with what's happening all around, what happened in Kashmir 3
Yeah.
days back,
Oh, it's crazy.
it just makes you that much more confident about a place like Dubai, that you can walk the streets here without those kind of fears, and it's cosmopolitan in the true sense of it's a working city.
If you see anybody, most people, what do they want? They want safety and they want economic freedom. They want to be able to make money or live a safe life. That's all they want. Dubai provides you both of them. I really think like Dubai provides you that more than Los Angeles provides you. The safety here,
A lot more.
a lot more.
Actually.
You're totally safe. And you want to make money, go make money. You want to be an entrepreneur, go be an entrepreneur. You want to do something, there's no mafias that you have to deal with. There is no taxes, like tremendous amount of taxes. So I really think that other countries should take a
cue from here.
And improve their infrastructure.
But since, just before I let you go, we spoke about Kashmir. Do you still have family there since you're from there?
I do. I have family in Kashmir. I have family in Delhi. I have family in Mumbai. I have family in Lahore. I have family in Islamabad, Rawalpindi. I have family in Mirpur, Azad Kashmir. So I have family in Los Angeles. I have family in Maryland. So I have family everywhere. Yeah.
So anything happens in the world, it impacts you.
It impacts. So I just pray for peace, because ultimately, I think the recent terrorist act that happened, it has to be condemned by everybody. I've condemned it. Everybody that I know has condemned it. I mean, you don't know how many times we got.
How do you put a stop to this? It's
just crazy. It's just crazy. It needs to be stopped.
But how? I really don't see a solution at this point.
I think that that there are minds out there, great minds. If they put their energies towards peace, they can make it. But the problem with us is the conflict and the hate we actually give the megaphone to the guys who promote hate versus the guys who promote peace. This is the unfortunate. You watch the TVs, people spreading hate. Whereas a guy like me or you, I'm proposing peace and I'm proposing brotherhood. Let's live together. Nobody will give you and me a megaphone. Yeah.
I think that's just boring talk.
That's,
for most people.
that's boring.
That's a sad reality of life.
Yeah.
But the good part is that you are here and you're part of something great, and we are really eagerly waiting for Mayfair Nexus to come up in its full glory, to see that your dream is lived by so many people. So thank you so much for coming in, and all the best. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.